Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Stenodux here, and I'm bringing you guys the next part of the Pokemon Sword and Shield walkthrough today. So, I do apologize, it might sound a little different. I've been sick the past few days, so actually sitting down and doing this part of the walkthrough has been a challenge, but I am going to get through today. A little bit of a disclaimer, I did get to level up some Pokemon, and I did change up the team a little bit, which is pretty nice. So if you'll see here, Grookey Kong actually ended up evolving to a Rillaboom, which I've mentioned before, I don't like the design of Rillaboom, so I'm not quite sure if we're going to keep it on the team for right now, but at the very least, we do have him. We also have, I don't know how to pronounce Craig's actual Pokemon name, but we do have Craig. We've got Corvisquire, named Jericho. We've got DeLong, who I just caught as a Trapinch. DeLong is actually a name of apparently an ancient Earth Dragon, which is what I was trying to find a good name for a Flygon, so we ended up choosing DeLong, which I kind of like. We also still have Luna the Litwick, and we also have Kesha the Toxtricity. So our team's looking pretty stacked. Like I said, I did level up everybody a bit. I'm actually going to real quick make sure I have enough potions, because we are actually going to be facing the next gym, which is right here. We're going to see here, this is the Stow-on-Side Stadium. And here's where we're going to be facing the Ghost user Allister, which is going to be a little interesting considering I don't have any Dark types on this team. I do have another Ghost type, but they're just going to counter each other. So I'm not sure how exactly useful that's going to be. But we are going to talk to this person here, who's going to let us go through the gym, and we will kick some butt. Number 4, do your best. Why, thank you, sir. I'll just say, let us through already. Thank you very much. Alright, so if you guys haven't been able to notice, if you haven't seen, of course we're playing Pokemon Shield through this, but in Pokemon Sword, instead of Allister, you'd be facing Bia, or I believe is how I pronounce it. Bia. There are version exclusive gym leaders, which is pretty cool. There happens to be 2 sets of those, which is pretty neat. But in any case, though, for this gym, we are going to be actually going through what seems to be not like a pinball machine. Well, it basically is. You guys will see that in due time. But we're going to spin this thing. It's actually really cool. I actually said when I was first playing through this, I could see myself just kind of coming back to this gym just to mess around with it some more. But basically what you want to do is you want to spin your control stick to a certain direction to kind of guide this, which is a little bit interesting, but still really fun nonetheless. So first wave's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It's when you get further down where it definitely becomes a little more difficult. But we are going to see our first trainer there, so I want to make sure we have somebody good leading the team. I don't know if Grookey Kong, actually I think Grookey Kong might not be a bad idea. Grookey might be able to take out some of these trainers. Like I said, I am not too sure who I'm going to keep on this team, but at the very least, we're gonna see what we can do, All right, so he's gonna start with a Pumpkaboo. So Jericho might have actually been a better pick, but we're gonna see if we have any moves. Actually, we have Knockoff. Knockoff is a Dark type move that is super effective against Ghost types. So that's probably gonna be, that's probably gonna be a much better move, especially considering I did get that super effective hit. And then we got a Phantump. I personally like Phantump, especially its evolution. I mean, you can't say that isn't cute, the Phantump. But Phantump evolves into Trevenant, which is one of my favorite Gen 6 Pokemon. It is so cool, great design, and it's a very neat Pokemon. And then we got another Pumpkaboo. I believe that does it for, yes, this is his last Pokemon. Alright, everyone gain your experience. And Gym Trainer Clive, I believe is what his name is. That's interesting name, Clive. I've never heard of a name named Clive before. Alright, so let's go through this next wave. We don't want to hit those, so as you guys will see, if you actually hit these, they're little launchers like in pinball. But we actually had to use that to go over this. So, as you can see, it's pretty much just like pinball. It's pretty neat, if I might say so myself. So Grookey Kong is probably going to take out most of this gym just by himself, which is pretty neat. Which is pretty cool. So, Gym Trainer Lin is going to start off with a Corsola, Galarian Corsola, one of my favorites of this gen, if I'm being quite honest. Galarian Corsola is immensely powerful in competitive Pokemon Sword and Shield due to its incredible bulk, and just its move pool is absolutely intense. And it's really cool. It's just a really cool Pokemon, regardless of how you look at it. Alright, so that's going to be one down. Let's see who else comes next. Everyone's going to level up a bit. I'm going to teach Craig Pain Split. That's actually not a bad move. Considering a lot of these moves are all the same, actually, we can forget Confusion. Psybeam is a more powerful Confusion, is basically how I like to look at it. And Psychic is the more powerful Psybeam. Kind of like Ember and Flamethrower. They both have the ability to burn a Pokemon, but the higher level you are, the more powerful your move pool becomes and what you can actually learn. So, alright, so we're going to have to use this to fix ourselves. Okay, now this hand's going to launch us this way. We're going to want to launch this way, quickly turn right, I believe. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm completely wrong. So we're going to use this to turn left. Or to spin left, rather. And we're going to drop all the way down to this hand. And then we're going to turn. That's it. Okay. Oh, and it's a pretty straightforward path. And we're finished. And I believe it's one more trainer and then the gym challenge, the gym leader. Gym Trainer Roy. Roy's our boy. He sends out a Haunter to start. Haunt. And we still got Grookey Kong, who's still killing it right now. Awesome. Super effective, one hit. DeLong gets to level 34. He'll actually evolve once he gets to level 35. Into Vibrava. Yes, Flygon is one of my favorite Pokemon, especially in Gen 3. It's an awesome Pokemon, it's got a great design, and I really wish that it got more love. It is definitely a Pokemon that should have gotten a Mega Evolution way back when Mega Evolutions were a thing, and even now, should have definitely gotten like a Gigantamax form or something. I mean, I see that Gigantamax Garbodor and I just get angry. So at least a Gigantamax Flygon would have been really cool to see, and they could have done a lot of cool stuff with that. So there was a Pokemon hack, I believe it was Phoenix Rising, which I wanted to play a bit more, but I only played a little bit of it. They actually had their own versions of Mega Evolutions, and they actually had a Mega Flygon. Unless I'm confusing with another ROM hack, I could totally be confusing them, of course. So we're going to save, though. We are going to be going up against the gym leader, Allister. I believe he's just a child, I think. I think he's pretty young, but I'm not too sure. Allister, here I go. Oh, God. Is he okay? Is he, like, dead or something? We gotta see his movement when he, like, approaches us. Ooh, that's creepy. Alright, so Alistair's gonna send out a Yamask to start. And we're gonna see, he's got 4 Pokemon. So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna start off with the knockoff. I'm not sure if it's gonna kill. I don't want to Dynamax yet, though. I want to save that for, okay, yeah, so that's gonna be a 2-hit move. He's going to give us the Wandering Spirit ability. I don't actually know what Wandering Spirit is, but Yamask does actually make us, does disable our knockoff, which should be okay, because if we Dynamax, we can actually use the Max Dark move thing, whatever the hell that is. Alright, so next is the Mimikyu. He's going to take that first hit. We're still... I don't know if using this is actually a smart move. Yeah, let's go with the Drum Beating. Mimikyu's going to use Slash. It's not going to do all that much damage, which is good. We're going to use the Drum Beating. And we're going to just break its disguise, which is nice. It's still the funniest thing when it busts its disguise. Alright, and then we're going to do the Max Darkness. I think should do a lot of damage. It is also part fairy, so there is a chance it doesn't do all that much damage. But we are going to try at the very least. And here he is, Gigantamax Grookey Kong, aka Rillaboom. Still love the name Grookey Kong, though. He's going to play us a dope song. Alright, so that doesn't do, like I said, it doesn't do all that much damage. But we are going to be able to, I think what we're going to do is if we use Max Overgrowth, we'll actually get Grassy Terrain so we can actually heal ourselves a little bit. So that's going to be a smart move. Which means I have one more turn with the Dynamax Rillaboom. So we'll use the Max Darkness again on the next one. And we'll just have to take out the Gigantamax Pokemon without a Dynamax Pokemon. So, from here, this is actually going to be tough. Crystal might take a little bit to defeat. Oh, I'm just kidding. Totally lying to you guys, sorry. Just like that, though, Crystal is taken out. Not too hard, pretty straightforward. And next is going to be Gengar. My very last Pokemon. How lonely, how frightening. And as I said, this Gengar is going to Gigantamax, and it's going to be real scary. Maybe not. Gengar, Gigantamax, swallow everything in darkness. Still love the music. I love the chanting from the sidelines in the audience. I still love this Gigantamax Gengar. Gengar is one of those Pokemon that everybody loves, so much so that it gained a Mega Evolution and a Gigantamax form. Obviously the same thing with Charizard, but I mean, I really do wish that Flygon got like a Mega Evolution, or way back when, I mean. But now at the very least I wish it got a Gigantamax form. In any case, though, we do lose Grookey Kong, which is pretty upsetting. But I think we're going to be okay. The only issue is I don't know what's going to be most useful here. DeLong's going to be good for his ground-type moves, considering that Gengar is part Poison-type, and I believe after last gen they changed its ability from Levitate, which makes it immune to ground-type moves, to, I want to say Cursed Body. So we're going to switch into Jericho. And what I'm going to do with Jericho is I'm just going to see if I'm faster. If at the very least, we're just going to let this Gengar blow through our stuff. Which I don't know if is a great idea or not, but we're going to try that. So let's try, yeah, it's going to use G-Max Terror. Which is just like I thought, it is going to one-hit KO relatively everything that we can throw at it. So I would rather save, DeLong and Craig are both going to be useful for Gengar once we get it to sit down. So we're going to use Kesha. Kesha's going to, unfortunately, I feel like Kesha's not really doing that much for us right now, and I do feel bad about that. Because it is a cool Pokemon that I wanted to utilize. Unfortunately, though, we just haven't had the right time to take her out. Actually, though, she's going to be able to withstand that hit. And we're going to gain some HP from the grassy terrain. But now that Gengar can no longer be in Gigantamax form, which means we're pretty set and we can actually try to take it out now. So Kesha's going to do her best to do so, and just like that, Kesha does a lot of damage with her Spark, which is not what I was expecting. Ooh, now it does disable our Spark though, and Gengar is going to use the payback. But what we're going to do is we're going to be smart about this, and we're going to switch into DeLong. Because I do believe that Gengar is going to be healed by Allister. He might use a full restore or something like that, is what I'm anticipating. Oh no, I guess not. Gengar does use Hex though and nearly kill us. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Alright, well I guess that leaves Craig. Now, I don't know if we're going to die like this, because I thought that because Gengar was poisoned, we would end up being able to defeat it. I guess I was wrong, though. So, Craig, I hope... Okay, Gengar is paralyzed, so that means we can take it out with this last hit. And that means we were able to go through this gym battle without many casualties. Only 2, right? That's not bad. I've seen worse. Luna wants to learn Shadow Ball. We will absolutely let her learn Shadow Ball. Hex is pretty good if you have Will-O-Wisp. So let's forget Confuse Ray, because this will be useful if we're just trying to wipe out Pokemon. We'll figure out what moveset's best. But just like that, Craig, the Dualosis, whatever it is, Craig, in any case, does get us the win, which is awesome. Allister's going to approach us. I don't know what he's going to say now. Crumbs. That was ace. Here, a ghost badge. Should I have been talking like I was a ghost or something? Because I don't even understand what he said for half of that. Crumbs? What about crumbs? Like crumbs for what, a cookie? Like I totally could eat a cookie right now. Good luck with everything. Oh, he just seems pretty shy, actually. Maybe he's less spooky and more just introverted. Which I can respect. I'm friends with a lot of introverts. And I'm an extrovert. So I'm that extrovert friend that actually gets, introverted people to do, I don't know, fun stuff. Bowark. I don't even know. It's a Yamper. And obviously with Yamper, we're going to expect Sonia. Looks like my Yamper really likes you, huh? Anyway, we've run into each other at a good time. You know the mural here in Stolonside. It's set to tell the story of the hero of Galar as well. Though what's there today is actually a replica of the ancient art that used to be here. You tend to have surprisingly sharp insight, so I was wondering what you might think when you see the ruins. Kaboom! Kapow. What? What in the world was that? Sounds like it came from the direction of the ruins, too. Let's have a look. Come along, Yamper. Alright, come on, Yamper. Here we go. Alright, so I don't believe we get our Pokemon healed, right? Oh, we do. Okay. Sometimes with those cutscenes, they'll actually heal our Pokemon for us, which is actually pretty neat. I mean, I'm not complaining. DeLong, I feel like it's DeLong. I forget who's gonna pop up. Spoiler alert: we're gonna have to battle somebody up there. Just trying to think of who. Oh, yeah, no, DeLong actually wouldn't be any use. But you know who would be actually? We're gonna get Kesha up in there. Kesha's gonna start singing some songs. Alright, so let's walk up. What's going on up there? Oh man, I don't know, but I see an item here I'm gonna pick up. It's a Max Revive. That is a very rare item and a very good grab. I've seen you before. Are you a gym challenger? No. No, I'm just kidding, I am. So yeah, so the person responsible for this is Beatty. Destroy it all. We're going to find those wishing stars. I'm not even going to try to mimic it. You heard it in the game. We've got to bring the chairman more wishing stars if we want to please him. I don't know how to pronounce this Pokemon's name. Copper Aha? Actually, that probably is right. J silent. Copper Aha. Or Ah? In any case, if you're truly the chairman's Pokemon, then you should feel grateful for this chance to help him find wishing stars. Alright, BD. Oh my, you again. So you think that you can start collecting wishing stars now and get in the chairman's favor? That's the way of things, it is. Oh, is it? I see. So you do have some cunning in you. But I won't have it. I won't allow anyone to stand in my way. Okay, BD. Yeah, throw your great ball at me and see what happens. Duosin? I don't know. Alright, so this was a bad move. For some reason, I was expecting the fairy type. I knew about this from the get-go, though. So, what we're going to do is we're going to either, and we'll just go with the Grookey Kong. It's a classic. Grookey Kong will take out everybody. Yeah, he uses a Psyshock, and we are going to use Knockoff. I've already seen more than enough to judge you and your team's abilities. So, good to know, man. And now we're going to get the Hatchrim, which I believe is... It's a Psychic and Fairy, correct? That might be wrong. Let's see how much this does. No, it might just be Psychic then. My partner's move is simply splendid, wouldn't you say? Well, I mean, I haven't seen it, and it's only a Psybeam, so it's not that splendid. Come on, Beatty. Alright, he does use the Super Potion, though. Which... we have to hit him again, but that's okay. Alrighty. Caster grows level 35. Next, we're going to go up against a Gothorita. Alright, DeLong grows level 35, which means he's going to evolve. I have to win this for the chairman. Do you really think I'd let you keep me from everything I want? I don't know, man. I just work here. Alright, let's go for the knockoff once again. And we're going to take out Ponyta, aka My Little Pony, in one hit. This has to be some kind of mistake. I demand a do-over. Sorry, Beatty. And here's DeLong, who's going to evolve into a, spoiler alert, drumroll please, it's a Vibrava. I'll just say he's going to want to learn Dragon Breath. Its special attack isn't that great, but it's also not that bad, I guess, compared to its normal attack. It'll be good to have for a Dragon-type move for the time being. I feel we won't find as much use for him until he does evolve. But why? How can this be? How could someone like you get in my way? I was the one chosen by the chairman. I was the one who was to defeat the champion. I'm one of the elite, someone who can shoulder the future of the Galar region. Challenger Beatty. Oh snap. Here they come. Uh-oh, I wondered what you were up to when you asked to borrow Chairman Rose's Kaparaha. Can't believe you tried to use the Chairman's Pokemon to destroy a historical site. Who cares for some ancient ruin when the next 1,000 years are at stake? Did you stand in the path of a Pokemon Simple Beam or something? How do you expect to support the Chairman with that sort of thinking? Young Beatty. It pains me to have to say this, but I am truly disappointed. It's true that I am the one who found you, back when you were all alone. I saw talent in you. You reminded me a little bit of myself, back when I was young. That's why I sent you to a trainer's school, to give you a chance at success. But trying to destroy the mural? Part of Galar's history? You show no love toward Galar. You are clearly not a worthy challenger for the gym challenge. We will decide what to do with you later. For now, you will return to Hammerlock. And snap, crackle, pop, Beatty is upset. You must be joking, right? You're disqualifying me from the gym challenge, but you're the one who endorsed me. There are 100 different ways we could sort this out. Why are you choosing the worst possible option? Challenger Beatty, I will be taking those wishing stars that you have gathered. Well, pretty assertive with that, I guess. Pretty aggressive. Did you beat him up for those wishing stars? Ah, Sonia and Ren too. Terrible shame all this. An absolute disaster. I never wish to see us lose challengers for this sort of reason. Yet we do what we must do to keep things fair and sportsmanlike. Whatever you say, Rose. You know, during one of Beatty's matches, I heard the announcer say that Beatty has no family. Apparently, it was Rose who took Beatty under his wing, and so Beatty was battling for the chairman's sake. What an awful turn of events. I hope the mural survived all that. And what's going to happen? I already know what's going to happen. But the mural is falling apart. And what does it reveal? Sonia looks and sees, oh my goodness, it's dogs with a sword and a shield. And she's putting pieces together. Something doesn't add up. They're not humans. They're Pokemon. See that face? She figured out what it was. That's what that was. Not a brilliant turn of events, but the ruins were brought into the light for us to see. What does this tell us about Galar's legends? Pokemon? Right, more than any hero, there's those things that appear to be Pokemon that stand out. Not just that, but those Pokemon appear to be holding a sword and shield as if they were using them. Duh, Sonia. Anything else look interesting to you? The hero was actually two people. Oh, good observation. They really were two heroes, but if that's the case, then why only the one statue at the Budew drop-in? Great question. More than any statue of a hero or old tapestry, these ruins made in truly ancient times must show us the real truth. Which means... Oh, the sword or the shield is a Pokemon? I don't know. The shield? Yep, I was thinking the same thing. Seems like at some point in history, the sword and shield were combined with the two actual Pokemon and treated as the same thing. But then what? They just faded from history? Two young heroes, the sword and shield were actually Pokemon. But why would the truth of these ruins be hidden when their stories were depicted in artwork? With your help, I really feel like we made a big discovery here. Thanks, I'll give you a couple of these, so you keep giving it your best shot in the gym challenge too, okay? And we have to head to Bologna, or whatever it's called, next. That's easy, which is actually where we're going to stop for today. So, guys, thanks for tuning in for another episode. It's a great pleasure to be able to give you guys some content as usual. If you liked the video, please do like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what I did well. Tell me what I can improve on. All that feedback is always taken into consideration, and helps me grow as a creator, and so on and so forth. So, guys, if you're playing these games, do enjoy them. Tell me what you think of them. And as always, happy gaming.